Natasha, welcome to the Girl Talk HQ weekly wrap up. So today's video is called Potato Skins, Douchebags and Sexism for a very good reason. So there was a news story that went viral this week about a restaurant from Virginia called the Atomic Grill. They had a reviewer write a comment about the restaurant online, and this guy, clearly it was a guy, and clearly he was a little bit misogynistic. His review was that he wanted to see the servers at the restaurant show more skin. So the restaurant owner, being a man, being an awesome dude, decided he was going to retaliate and get his revenge on that guy. You want to know what he did? The restaurant owner's name is Daniel McCauley. He decided to give that guy more skin and added an extra item to the menu, which was basically potato skins. The proceeds from this item are going to go to a rape information center in Virginia. So basically, Atomic Grill restaurant totally turned around that sexist situation, threw it in that guy's face, and used it as an excuse to do something positive and show the community and hello, the rest of the world, because this story did go viral, that when sexism occurs, you can stand up for it, and you should, but be clever about it. Get creative. This guy saw an opportunity to stand up for some injustice against women and turn it into something clever and something meaningful out there in the community. So the reason why the restaurant owner did this, because he has daughters of his own. Thank you, Daniel McCauley, and thank you, Atomic Grill, for showing America and the world that sexism can be combated with something really clever, and it's worth doing. If you've seen the documentary The Punk Singer, you'll be familiar with the Riot Girl movement and how female punk bands from the 80s and 90s basically brought feminism to the forefront for the younger generation and made it more accessible and just really important for young women. Well, in that documentary, there is a woman named Alison Wolfe who was the lead singer of a band called Bratmobile. I actually got to interview her for my blog, girltalkhq.com. The link to the interview is below. But I asked her in the interview, why is feminism still relevant for you and how would you define it? And she said to me, as long as there's sexism, there's going to be feminism. And I thought that was so brilliant. And it's the reason why a lot of women are feminists today. But I wanted to give some examples of sexism in my life that I've dealt with over the years. And it's made me realize that, you know what, I've got a voice and I am going to speak up about this. So when I was about 14, I was really into grunge music. I loved playing guitar. Me and a girlfriend went to this guitar store in Brisbane, Australia, where I grew up, and there was a little room where you could set up an electric guitar and just jam out for however long you wanted. So we did that one day, and we were just playing riffs, Led Zeppelin, Silverchair, all the music that we loved. When I came out of that little room playing guitar, one of the guys from the store said to me, "Oh, you know, you're pretty good for a girl." And at that time, being 14, not knowing anything about the world, I was like, "Oh, yeah, thanks, this is awesome." But then later on in life, I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I'm good for a girl. If he had said you're good for a young person, I would have been like, okay, sure, I get that. But good for a girl, you know, that guy probably didn't even know it was sexist when he said it. And a recent example of sexism that I came across was actually on Facebook. A friend of mine was posting about Jessica Simpson and her clothing line and how she's just become this multi-millionaire, really smart businesswoman because of the clothes. And there was a guy who commented on that status, yes, she's got a head for business and a body for sin. And I was like, whoa, hang on a minute. What a douchebag. At first I ignored it and I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to write back to this, because if he had the balls to say that, I'm going to have the balls to stand up for the fact that he said a sexist comment. So I said to him, hey dude, just so you know, that body for sin has also mothered 2 children and she's someone's wife. So if that's your classification for body for sin, you may want to alert your own mother. So then he wrote back and said, calm down. It was a quote from a movie. I'm going to go back to Saudi Arabia now, back to my sexist home and put on a Rush Limbaugh CD. And I'm like, oh, please. Here we go. This is the example of why sexism is just allowed in society, because men like that think I'm the crazy one for standing up for a comment like that. So me being me, I wrote back and I said, well, you know, that may have been a quote from a movie, but the fact is you still said it in regards to Jessica Simpson. And when you say sexist comment like this, it just shows that men out there have no qualms objectifying women's bodies. And when you do that, it takes away all their power. So can you see why sexism is a problem? He hasn't written back yet, but I hope he doesn't, because I know I'm right. My overarching issue with sexism is that it's just accepted. You know, men and women out there don't have a problem with it, because I know that there's so many women out there who are experiencing it on a day-to-day basis. I talk to women every day and they say, I've been stared at on a train or on a bus, or guys whistle at me all the time, and they don't want to be whistled at. That's the thing. Men think it's okay to do that and it's normal to do that. But a recent study showed that younger women around America consider sexual violence and sexual assault in relationships normal. Now, you may think that has nothing to do with sexism, but in fact it does, because in a society where we tolerate sexism and misogyny, that is a gateway to many other things: sexual assault, domestic violence, and in some extreme cases, rape. So if these are the attitudes we put up with, it's no wonder we hear things like, boys will be boys, what was she wearing? She was asking for it. So men, please take care of the women in your life. Don't be sexist. And for all those men who really don't give a crap about what I'm saying right now, this is what I wish on you guys. I wish for you to have a daughter of your own, to experience it all firsthand for yourself and then see how the coin is flipped. Now, if you want to check out the links to the story about the Atomic Grill and their potato skins, as well as my interview with punk singer Alison Wolf, make sure you check out the links below. They will take you to my awesome blog. It's called girltalkhq.com. It's all about feminism, inspiration, empowerment for millennial women, so please, please check it out. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because every week I'm going to be talking about a topic that I think is important, that maybe is viral, and that is relevant for women, and that needs to be discussed, including sexism. So check it out, girltalkhq.com, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next week.